And, Coach, we are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Check. Watch 54. It's going to be a long day. Check.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the run. Whip.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 52.
Now Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
All day, baby. All day. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Looking to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll drop the throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. It's a big play there for the Saints. 42 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, first and 10 at their own 22. From the shotgun, it's Winston. There's the Penn State man, it's Chris Godwin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift. Check, 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 check. Switch. Switch.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
3rd and long for Winston. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
At their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
I got it. Show it up. Show it up. Put it to him, Jet. Cover. Put it to him, Jet. Cover.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Let's go.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Kamara trying to right side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
A loss of a yard on the play. It's now 3rd down and 4.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Saints 6, Buccaneers 0.
Set, ready. Now to work. Mike 4. It's 3. 2. Undercrunch. Undercrunch.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, New Orleans. Noah Fant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. First and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Johnny!
Jameis to throw it. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll come out in the pistol. So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
At the Buccaneers' 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. A 10th carry for Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
A gain of 16 yards. First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. You got time right there. Kill.
Now it's Carson. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I got him. No. Flip it.
Now Winston. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Mike 56. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time to go.
To throw is Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Here we go. 56.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw on 2nd and 10, Winston. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist.
Toss play, Kamara. And able to get get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I don't think you got it, son. Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54.
2nd and 10. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims.
Let's get off the field.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. It's our time, it's our time, guys, it's our time. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Here we go. Mike's 54, Mike's 54. Here we go, D.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will get him one closer. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that's under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Abuka able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Winston connecting with Howard. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Williams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Winston. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. First down, Winston. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the Saints' 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Slam. 25, check 25, check 25. Hey, watch it, watch it.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
I got you. Alert flare.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. The busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, Kamara. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here we go. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Big slow. Right there.
First down, a run with Smallwood. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
They still playing soft. 45, Mike, 45. Watch the run. Check, 45's the Mike. Check, 45's the Mike. 6 man. Check curls. 45's the Mike. Man out.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
We play to win. Let's go.
With the score, Saints 23.
Ready.
Buccaneers 14.
The first down throw for Winston. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Again, it's Winston. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 4 yards out, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Here we go. Right there. 50.
Back to throw here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Kamara. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get up. Let's keep moving. Hey, watch that.
Now a give, right side. Grant. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike.
Back to throw. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th.
Here I come. Let's walk. Check. Out. Check 24. Check 24. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run.
2nd and 14. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike's by 4. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I got one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Winston to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Now Winston. That's caught by Howard.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Switch it.
He's back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
He's checking.
Here's Winston. He finds Howard complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go. Check 9.
Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line.
First down, Buccaneers.
And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And he got it. The kick is good, and a fantastic finish here on a Monday night. And it'll be a hot time in Ybor tonight. The Bucs have won the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Buccaneers, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans...